win.
Good win. Absolutely. Well, welcome, Detroit Lions fans, to the second episode of Restore the Roar podcast. Way too early reaction, big game. I am the host, Daniel McClure. Follow me at Twitter at DMule366. Here with me, as always, Mr. One Pride himself. What's up, Mike?
Oh, what's going on, man? We back at it, bro.
And what a big win for us. Please like, follow us, subscribe on YouTube at Restore the Roar Vodcast or our podcast at Restore the Roar Podcast. Really want to boost this channel. We got some great content today. I think we have two defensive players that are that could win the Rookie of the Year on that side of the ball. We'll get into that a little bit later. Let's jump right into this good stuff, man. What a dominating win. First time we've swept the Bears since 2017. What do you think?
Oh, man, it was a good win, man. I kind of figured we would blow them out. I said that in the last video. Hey, man, I'm excited, man. Let's go Lions.
You did. I thought it was going to be a lot closer. Justin Fields, he might have got hurt. We were beating him up pretty good. He got that leg rolled over on that one long run, and I think he didn't really run after that. So I think that was a big factor in why we just ended up dominating, because they didn't score any points after the first quarter.
Exactly. No more points after that. We played some good defense, like you say. If he was hurt, hey, it's all part of the game. He stayed out there, but we did what we supposed to do on defense.
Yeah, it was 10-7 after the first. Bears were leading. But, I mean, big dominating win. 500 total yards, 26 first downs. We weren't great on third down. We were 4 of 12. Chicago was 3 of 13, so they weren't that good either. We did have 6 penalties. Not the cleanest game, but a dominating game nonetheless.
Exactly.
Do you think Fields got hurt? Do you think that was a big role in this game or what?
I believe he did. But at the same time, like I said, he stayed out there. He did what he's supposed to do. But our defense contained very well. But, hey, a win is a win. That's how I look at it.
Man, Hutch in the beginning was containing extremely well. I thought he held his corner strong. That goes into our defense. Man, our defense played so good today. Our front seven just out of this world. And we contained Fields. You said that was one of the big keys on our last episode, is how to win, is to contain him. And we knew we weren't going to be able to stop him, right? He had that big, long 60-yard run, I think it was. But he completed, 3 passes or something like that? I don't know. So we contained him. We did pretty good. And we had 7 total sacks, 5 in the first half, right? Most since 95. So this year has been a lot of records, or a lot of long time marks that we haven't hit. So
yes,
I'm super excited going forward.
Me too, man. The defense, coming off that poor performance last week, they came back this week. They did what I expected them to do, man. At first we came out kind of shaky. I was nervous because Field was having that field day, starting off running the ball very well. I was like, oh man, here we go again. But we calmed down and we started playing good Detroit Lions football that we was playing before last week game. So I was very impressed.
You called it. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but it wasn't. And we, second key of the game that we said was win the turnover battle. Obviously, that's not, a big one. Most of the time, if you win the turnover battle, you're going to win the game. Goff, 0 turnovers. We'll talk about that a little bit more here in a few. But solid performance on our defense. And let's talk about Hutchinson and Houston and Pascal. Man, these guys dominated today.
They really did, man. That defensive line, oh my God, played great. And all the boys are young. So we know what we have going forward. Hey, it's going to be a nice ride with these kids, man.
Houston only playing 6 games. I thought he was more of a specialist role. He still kind of is. But that play that he tackled Fields when he was on the outside running, he just beelined to him. And, man, that was impressive. He's got some speed.
Oh, yeah, man. The boy's quick for real.
Yeah. And then Hutchinson, while he only had half a sack, he contained the run really well, especially on Fields. And that pick, I don't know if you saw it, he read that so great.
So
man, he was on the sideline and pushed in end of the first half. So I love it, man. And then the other rookie, right? All 3 of them are rookies. Pascal, 2 sacks.
Yes, man. So it was good, man. Like I'm very impressed with all of them. Like I said, earlier. So man, it's just a sight to see, man. Going forward, I can't wait to see how these boys
Yeah.
grow and how that defense continue to grow as well.
Yeah. It wasn't all perfect, right?
Mhm.
Because the first quarter and going into the second quarter, on top of the last four quarters against Carolina, we gave up the most rushing yards since I think it was like 91 or something like
Exactly,
that.
91.
Yeah, so
Yep.
it wasn't perfect by any means. And again, your boy Okuda, MIA in the second half. He didn't play, or he didn't play a lot. Is it really just because he's getting over that sickness, or what are you thinking, man?
At this point, I don't know, man. I can't even tell you. I'm just hoping to see this, but whatever it is, he need to get back on track because we have a big game next week against Aaron Rodgers. So whatever it
Yeah,
is, he need to get back on track because we need him big time.
big game, big game
Yes,
next
very big
week.
game.
We just need a win. And I tell you
Yes,
what, I don't care if we win and Seattle wins. That just means we knock the Packers out of contention. So I'm happy with that. And then just last touching on the defense, because I think this is going to be a big focal point going into the offseason, is man, Will Harris. He gave up the only touchdown allowed when that miscommunication and coverage let Komet get into the end zone. Dude, cornerback has to be a big topic over the offseason. What do you think?
I totally agree, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big Will Harris fan. I never was.
Yeah.
But corner, we have to get another corner. I do like Jerry Judy, but he can only do so much. Okuda, he's our number one for sure because we dropped him so high. But we need another corner because Aurier, he fell
Yeah,
off.
he's gone.
So he's out of here. So we do need a stud. So we need somebody like a Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
So we need somebody like that. But going forward, we definitely have to draft one for sure, or at least get one in free agency.
Yeah, and you meant Jerry Jacobs. No worries. But I agree. This regime, they didn't draft Akuda, so I don't think they'll go away from drafting a corner
Hmm.
high. But
Yes.
Sauce, while he's dominant, he just takes down like a quarter of the field. I prefer solid corners, front seven dominating.
Hmm.
That's what we and good safety help. That's going to solidify that defense. Well, let's go into if we don't have the defensive rookie player of the year on our team at the end of this year, NFL hates the Lions, man. We're getting sad. What do you think?
I mean, the only person that could possibly win it is Sauce Gardner. I could take nothing away from that kid. That man is a beast. Like I believe he has 16 pass deflection, 2 interception. I want to say 65 tackles. That's very good for a rookie. He is on the Jets, but I could take nothing away from that. I hope Hutchinson get it. He should get it because he has some great numbers too. 44 total tackles, 7.5 sacks, I believe, and 3 interceptions. Hey, 3 interceptions alone as a lineman. Come on now.
Well, he has more interceptions than your boy Sauce. That's
Yeah,
your boy
yeah,
now.
man. Yeah, no, I want Hutchinson to win it, man. I'm just saying,
Yeah, yeah.
you gotta always, have another argument on that. But we'll see, man. It's a tight race.
No, no,
Sure.
I'm messing with you. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, Hutchinson, 45 tackles, seven and
Yeah.
a half sacks, three
Mhm.
interceptions, a fumble recovery. Those
Exactly.
are good stats. First defensive lineman in the Super Bowl era, not even a rookie, just defensive
Yeah.
lineman to have 3 picks is impressive. He's playing well. And those picks are not fluke, popped up. He ran on it. Those are two of them were legit.
Legit.
He read that all the way. But what about Houston? I mean, this man has 7.5 sacks in 6 games.
Yeah.
6th round pick.
Yeah, Houston is a stud, man. You can't take nothing away from him, and he's coming, man. So, hey, he's already here. He's not even coming. He's here. So, yeah, man, it's looking nice, man. I can't wait to see who gets it. So we just have to wait and see.
I agree. Honestly, I do think Sauce is going to get it. He's locked that side of the field down for the Jets. I think Hutchinson, Houston. I mean, those numbers are freakish. And but that's another story. Well, going into our running game, that was another key, right? The third key to win this game, you called is we need to get a running game going. Jamal looked great.
Oh,
Swift looked great. Talk to me what you saw, man.
Oh man, both those boys played great
Mm,
today. It took me back to how the season started with both of them. Jamal Williams, 100, I believe, 44 yards, one
yep.
touchdown. Oh my God. And Swift, I wanted him to get 90 plus, but hey, I would take the 78 yards. He did get the 2 touchdowns like I predicted. Hey man, welcome
Well,
back, running game.
Well, I mean, technically, you said 90 plus yards total. He got
Mhm.
38 on receptions, so he got
Yeah,
over 100.
he got it.
And I called it as well as you did, 2 touchdowns. He got a 20 plus yard touchdown run, reception, excuse me.
Yes.
When he ran it in on the toss, it
Mhm.
was only a 17-yard run, but he caught it behind the 20. I was like, if we didn't get something else, I was going to say that had to count. That had to count.
Yes.
It was behind the 20.
Exactly. That boy is fast.
Yeah.
Very quick. So yeah, it was just good seeing the running game back for sure.
Yeah, he looked back, man. He
Mhm.
looked good. Spin move was on point.
Yes.
So rushing game was dominating. I love to see it. And Goff, perfect again. You
Yes.
called it. You said he was going to be perfect. You said he was going to throw 3 touchdowns. He didn't hit 300, but that's because we were just destroying him.
Destroying him.
Otherwise, he had whatever he wanted out there. He looked good, man. What are you seeing
Exactly.
from him?
Oh man, hey, like I said, man, he's our quarterback. He's here to stay. I love it, man. Golf been playing some very good football these past 8 games. So, next week is the real test against Green Bay. So we'll see what goes on. But we do know he's our quarterback for sure.
Yeah, I think over the 8 games that he has not thrown a pick, he only had that one fumble. That's the only turnover. And honestly, that was on
Yep.
Ragnow. It
Mm-hmm.
was a bad snap. He has 14 touchdowns, no picks, one fumble. He's been playing legit.
Yes.
And it's because of our receivers. We got some
Mhm.
studs there on the outside. DJ Shark, he's been playing well. Seems like that connection's there. I thought Jameson was going to get involved. He didn't, man.
We did.
What's going on with that connection between Goff and Williams?
I just believe, the chemistry is not there because, we still have other studs at wide receiver we have to get the ball to. So we really can't just cater to him, especially trying to make this playoff push and run. But at the same time, we need to build that chemistry. And I believe it'll get better, especially next season when they have a whole off season to just work together, work together, work together. And Williams is a fast boy. So, Golf have to get that timing down because he get down the field pretty fast. And Golf seemed like he underthrow him a lot. So we just have to
Yeah.
build that timing.
Yeah, it looked like he was targeted, I think, 3 times. The
Hmm.
first one was over the middle. He threw it behind him. The
Yeah.
other two, they're both in the dirt. So I don't know if the other two were the route. Was he
Yeah.
was he not running the right route or not where he was supposed to be, or is Golf just not seeing him? But yeah, he showed off his speed on that end around.
He did.
Ooh, he was smiling too. I don't know if you
It
saw the
was.
video,
Yeah.
but he
That
was
boy
he was ready to
fast.
go. Mhm.
Hmm.
Well, Shark, I mean, he's been balling the last few games. He's had some pretty big numbers. I think he's had 20 catches, 29 targets, 390 yards, 2 touchdowns. Is he going to be our guy? Are we going to re-sign him?
We should. I want Shark back. I mean, we have a Golf seemed like he trusts him and he always throw to him on certain, important third downs. The receiving core with Shark is nice. We have Shark, Reynolds, St. Brown, and also Jameson. That's a nice force at receiver. And we also have Khalif Raymond.
Yeah,
So,
I like Raymond.
yeah, I like Raymond a lot too. And he's big on our special team.
Hmm.
But going back to the Shark, I believe we should bring him back, at least on a 1 year deal again because he is injury prone. So, let him, try to show what he have, man. And he already
Yeah.
showing it, but we need a full season out of him.
Yeah, I agree. He's injury prone. I don't know if we'll bring him back.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know if he's that X receiver that we need. He's been playing pretty good. I think Williams is going to go into that wide receiver, right? The outside run, any route,
Hmm.
burner. He's good. And then, of course, St. Brown, absolute stud at that wide position. Slot guy, he just is an absolute stud when it comes to route running. Catching,
Hmm.
he catches everything.
Everything. One thing about St. Brown, he remind me so much of Golden Tate when we had him.
Yes.
He remind me so much of Golden Tate.
Golden Tate,
Yes,
Edelman. I mean, just
exactly.
sure-handed,
Hmm.
gets open, reliable. Just that guy.
Tough. Yes,
Tough.
very tough. Yeah, very tough.
His dad was Mr. Universe or whatever. I mean, he's been working out since age 5. Just
Right.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about this playoffs. We were in the 7th seed. We were in the playoffs for about
Oh,
3
man.
hours, and then Seahawks, they won. Unfortunately, the Jets couldn't get it done, and then the Packers just absolutely dominated the Vikings.
Man.
I know you said you didn't think we were going to get in last week. We know the scenario. We need to win. Seattle needs to lose. They play the Rams at home. Are the Rams going to beat them? Are they going to give us another gift after all those first rounds?
I don't see it, not at all. I felt like if anybody could have beat Seattle, it was going to be the Jets just because of that defense the Jets have. But I don't see the Rams, man. The Rams got whooped today. It sucks. But even if we just have to win out and go from there, because even if we lose and Seattle win, Green Bay will get that last seed.
Yep.
So it's up in the air, man. But like I said, I do believe Seattle will beat the Rams.
Yeah, I think so too. And if they do, and we don't get into playoffs, if we beat the Packers and hold them out, that would just be icing on top for the season. And we'll go into that in another episode of what our thoughts were over this season. But I think it's been a solid one, man. I really do.
Definitely, man. It's been a good season, man. Campbell is leading the charge. I love what he's doing, and it's no more same old Lions. This is the new Lions, and I love it. One pride.
I don't want to hear it again, man. It's definitely not the same old Lions. We are just, our culture's changed. Campbell's a beast. Holmes, absolute stud when it comes to finding talent and drafting. So, well, awesome, man. Well, that's all we have, Mike. I appreciate you joining in today. Of course, as always, One Pride, baby. Thank you all for listening. Don't forget, we're giving away that PS5, the first 1,000 followers we have on either our YouTube channel, which is at Restore the Roar Vodcast, or on our podcast channel, which is at Restore the Roar Podcast. First 1,000 followers, we're going to give away one PlayStation 5 to a lucky winner. So stay tuned in for that. That's going to be sometime next year. And tune in to our next episode. Have a great rest of your night.
All right.